Hello everyone, hello my fans and followers. I'm here again to initiate a discussion. Please, I want you to be part of the discussion by making your comments, leave your thoughts there and your opinion. I will pick it up and analyze it. Whatever I'm saying here is the way I feel and the way I look at it, or the angle I view what is happening in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. I'm not here to condemn anybody. No, I'm a concerned citizen and I'm a Nigerian, a proud Nigerian for that matter. And so I'm always talk about Nigeria because anything about Nigeria, I'm always interested. Nigeria is our place. If it's good, it will be good for all of us. And if it's bad, everybody will feel the impact. Just as what is happening in Nigeria now, everybody is feeling the impact. Nobody will say that they are happy with what is happening in Nigeria again, based on the economic hardship, based on what their people are going through. People cannot afford the, 3 square meal a day. People struggle to pay school fees, and people cannot even boast of wearing new clothes. It's difficult for them. A lot of things are happening in Nigeria, which we need to discuss here. Okay, now, as a concerned citizen, um, federal government has been talking and they spoke to Minister for Agriculture, asking him to allow importation of food. And they have listed the numbers of food that they are going to bring into Nigeria, say they are going to reduce the import duty to enable those food comes in. Nigeria is in a state of emergency in terms of food crisis. But what I suppose, or what I expected what is it called, the federal government to do is to find out the cause of food shortage in Nigeria. In the past 10 years, every Nigerian, every Dick and Harry, knows that, oh, there's a problem in Nigeria. And then now it has been, they have declared a state of emergency. People cannot see yam to buy. People cannot see garri to buy. There is no tomatoes in the market. There is no pepper. Even when you find them, they are very, very expensive. But something must have prompted it. How come 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, we have enough to eat, and you have a lot also that they are wasting? Now, they couldn't even produce enough for people to eat. Each state of Nigeria, all of them are in crisis. Why? Because there is no food, a significant food shortage in Nigeria. When Buhari took over the government 2015, what they were saying is that they are going to bring food in Nigeria. They are going to make sure that Nigeria have enough food. But when Buhari entered, what did he do? He shut down Cotonou border. He shut all the borders in Nigeria to make sure they don't bring food in Nigeria. Okay, now they don't want people to bring food in Nigeria, but you're not producing enough. Only what we export is oil. Apart from that oil, what again are we exporting? What are we producing? That is the question. So we don't produce enough, and it threw Nigeria into a massive food shortage. People were suffering. So, but yes, they said it has a plan. What is that plan? It has this initiative that Nigeria should eat what they grow. Nigeria should enter bush, they should enter factory, they should go and produce, cultivate rice. Then we should eat our own local rice instead of us importing. Yes, it's trying to help the economy, but in another way. Was it achievable? It wasn't achievable. Yet, even some states went into, food production and rice production, which in another way helped also to fight the food shortage in Nigeria. But despite that, it was difficult for them to progress. But Tinubu has entered now, the same problem continues. Now the state of emergency has been declared over food shortage. They are now saying, what are we going to do to make sure we lessen the suffering of Nigeria? But I think it's becoming too late, because if you don't do it now, something worse will happen and Nigeria will take to the street. And I bet you a day will come when people will become so hungry that they cannot bear it anymore. What they will say, whatever is going to happen, let it happen. And that's how I feel anyway. It's my own personal thoughts. Okay, let's look at it this way. Over the past 15 years, Boko Haram and the bandits has taken over the whole bushes in the north, preventing people from producing food, even the ones that are allowed to produce food, to cultivate and harvest. They are now taking taxes from these people. Now, people are afraid to go to the bush to go and cultivate. They couldn't. And if you check part of the food, that we eat in Nigeria, I say most, not all, most of them are being produced from the in the north, and they transport it to the south. Whether south is south, southwest, they transport it, and you see them every day in, day out, bringing food to Nigerians to eat. Okay, now Boko Haram and the bandits will not allow them to go to a farm again. People are afraid to go to their farms any longer. They don't want to go. Why? Because of the fear of these people. But those who they allow to produce or cultivate all these crops, like okra, you talk about onions, you talk about carrots, you talk about apple, you talk about rice, beans. Most of them are scared to go to the bush. They couldn't, because of these people. And whenever they take them to the bush, it's difficult. They don't have money to pay. And some of them, what they go through, only God knows what they go through. And you see some government officials, state government and federal government, they don't care. They see them mistreating them, they video them, put them online. These people go through trauma and pain. Nobody cares. As a result of that, people decided to stay at home, and they don't want to go to the bushes again. Now come to the south. The same herdsmen has moved from north now to all southern parts of Nigeria, both southwest, southeast, south, causing mayhem, distressing people. People are now afraid to go to the bush. They took some people into the bush, suffering them for nothing. Some of they take ransom as well to make sure they make money by fire, by force. But I don't see why you should come into somebody's farm, start destroying it. I have some video that I want to show you. Two videos only. I think I have more than 20 here that I have saved. But two recent ones that I want to show you. I want to see, this is a place in Delta State whereby the herdsmen took their cows to a farm, someone's farm, and they destroying it. They were pasturing there, eating those crops. And the remaining one that were standing, they had these herdsmen use their machete, cutting those crops, destroying it. So now, when you are destroying it, what are you doing? You just want to cause people pain. Not only causing them pain, food shortage. We're having food shortage crisis anyway, and the state of emergency have been declared, as I said. But if you watch this video now, this video was made in Delta State, part of Delta State. So if you go there, you will see what these herdsmen are doing. In Edo State, all the south, in the bush, they are all there, causing people pain and mayhem, destroying their means of livelihood. Okay, now, if somebody have decided to farm, that after 6 months to 1 year, they will begin to reap the dividends of those crops that they harvested or they have planted. They don't harvest it and they begin to sell those things. They will be able to feed themselves. They should be able to clothe themselves. They should be able to pay rent and also send their children to school. But now herdsmen have gone to the bush using their cow to pasture in those in those lands, in those crops, those farms. And then now the remaining one, they use their machete and cut them down. When you see them, you will shed tears. And the state government is not doing anything, federal government is not doing anything. And you are saying that there is food crisis in Nigeria. You know the cause. All they need to do is to allow herdsmen to leave the bush. Anybody that is caught will go to 50 years imprisonment. If they pass such law, they are going to stop. Cow herding or rearing of cow is a business. So if anybody has a cow, it should have a place or a ranch whereby these cows will be kept, and you provide them food and employ people who will look after them. So they are doing business. Why should you use your own business to destroy someone else's business? Why should you be rearing a cow and me, I have a farm? You allow your cow to come and pasture in my own farm, thereby causing me pain, and you are making money. It doesn't work that way. And when you complain, they said because they don't want fight, you should just let it go. Let it go. That hectares of land has been destroyed. Where do they want you to go? How do they want you to get food? I have another video that I want to show you. This one also happened in the south. And I want you to watch these two videos. In the east, and one happened also in Delta State, whereby you have herdsmen. The first video is from Delta State, and another one is from the east, southeast, whereby you have a cow pasturing in somebody's farm, destroying it. and nobody is saying anything about it. And you are saying there is food crisis in Nigeria. Meanwhile, you know the answer. If you know the answer, why can't you act upon it? Why can't you stop this problem that the herdsmen are causing in Nigeria? If you go to the north, the Boko Haram and the, what is it called, the bandit are causing a lot of harm in that place, preventing people to go to their farm. And you pretended as if you don't know where they are to go and flush them out. Meanwhile, Gumi knows where to find them.
All right, my country people, una dey watch this video now. This video una dey watch, so it happened for Delta State, for Elu Isoko for Delta State. Now this one dey happen, but anyway, when for happen not really mean. What is important be say this farm na people own. Na person na plant this cassava and corn. When you see say cow just dey scatter like this. Now, what did they bring problem between the herders and the farmers? Now, be this one. So, if the farmer when be say he plant these crops and he can't come me say something like this happen, he go dey happy? No, he not go dey happy. So, if he can't react now, issue will come, and the issue now they bring wahala. If person can't do anything otherwise against this cow now, and the owner of the farm come, he can't do anything otherwise against this cow. Waiting will be the reaction of the people. So make una watch the video well. See, just dey look at this one, look at this one. Una dey see am. Na corn na be this one when be say e don grow finish. The corn when don grow finish, when be say person now for don dey harvest. See wetin dey happen. And the problem e never finish. If not be like say dem dey kidnap people today, na another thing. So as una dey watch this video, everybody need to take caution. Everybody needs to arrange on how things go dey run, because this thing no good at all.
Nigeria is not telling themselves the truth. Nigerian government is just playing politics, and all these things has been politicized. They know the problem. They don't know how. They don't want to solve it. You cannot tell me you don't know how to flush Boko Haram out of the bushes. You don't want to tell me that you don't know how to flush the bandit out of the bush. You cannot tell me that you cannot stop herdsmen from causing damage and food shortage in Nigeria. You cannot tell me you don't know. People cannot go to their farm again. Some people that went to farm, they've given them long sleeve. Some of them long sleeve, some of them short leave. And they ask them not to come back to their bushes again. And then now they can't go to farm because of fear of these people. And you are telling me you don't know the problem. A bill should be passed where these people should be stopped. They shouldn't be rearing cow or practicing cow herding in somebody's farm. It shouldn't be happening. Nigeria is going under. They have politics, and politics have destroyed Nigeria. They should take politics away from the people's means of livelihood. They are the one. Federal government is the one causing people pain, and state government. If you make a law and say nobody should rear cow in somebody's, and they make sure you enforce it, whatever that is going to happen, let it happen. They stop it in Ghana. They stop it in different places. Why can't they stop it in Nigeria? What is the problem? Buhari encouraged them, and they were destroying people's family with impunity. Why? Because nobody to say it. Tinubu has finished 1 year in the office now. He has not been able to address this problem, and it's now continue and continue. Nobody is saying anything. Watch this second video and tell me what you feel. Leave your comment there, then I will come back again.
Just negodu ka ndị ugwu ndị si na ha bọs nọ ndị f ka gịnị ji wee dị proud na-emebisi ife ndị mmadụ kọrọ were mma na-akọtụ si ya na vidio listin a na-ekwu na hunger ji n'evrigwia negodu just negodu nnọọ ihe ndị mmadụ ya esi na gịnị ka a ji sikoro n'obodo nke a kedu ihe a ga-akpọkwanụ nọ nke a biko ndị mmadụ biko na-enegodu na ihe a binu mara ihe na-eme.
Okay, now that you have watched the video, the first video and the second video, you have seen cow destroying somebody's farm. You have seen what cows are doing in somebody's farm, and these people were using machete to cut people's, destroy people's crop. If that happens to be your farm, how will you feel? A man who thinks that after 6 months to 1 year, he's going to smile, he's going to make thousands of money or million out of that based on what he has put in the soil, and then now he's not getting anything. The life is full of regret. No food for him to eat, no food for him to sell, no food for him to sell to send his children, his or her children to school. And you are telling me we will not have food shortage in Nigeria. They know the problem. They don't want to solve the problem. That is that is what is giving me concern. They know the problem, but they don't want to solve the problem. All you need to do is to pass a bill. Pass that bill and said no header should be seen in the bush, destroying somebody's crop. If you want to do cow herding, just go to somewhere, build a ranch for yourself at your own capacity, put them there, employ people and feed them. Because politicians, most politicians and businessmen are the one that owns those cows. It's not even the ordinary person. And they are using it to destroy somebody's farm. I will come back again where we'll have opportunity to discuss more on this headers issue. Thank you so much and tell me how you feel. Leave your comment and share this video. Let Nigerians see it because Nigerian government and the politicians are playing politics with people's means of livelihood. They are playing politics with people's lives. People cannot feed and they know the problem why people cannot feed. They know why we're having food shortage in Nigeria. People cannot go to their farm anymore. Why? Because of herdsmen, bandits, and Boko Haram. It's so sad. It's so sad. See you and God bless you. Bye.